when he got his chance in frame one towards the end of it, no problem. He looks very good and meaning business. Best I've seen him play. I know it's only a frame and a bit, but he looks very sharp. The table, incidentally, is now playing beautifully. The bedcloth has had that, a few days. It's gliding. Been some criticism in the last week or so. Not just observations that conditions haven't been ideal. Some people say, it's all one-way traffic. Criticising all the time. No, it's not. This bedcloth looks lovely.
Well, it's a real quality standoff, this, isn't it? Both players thinking well, executing the shots well, sort of testing each other's patience, but Trump's got so much discipline in his game now. It's helped him win tournaments in as much as certainly in early rounds when maybe his form hasn't been quite there. He's been toughing out matches. When he gets to the end of the week, you expect him to play well.
Yeah, this time Mark can't keep the door locked, so after what seems like umpteen quality safety shots, Judd's earned himself a half chance.
Yeah, it's been 9.5 minutes to earn the chance.
1. Four. Five. Twelve.
End of break then, barring red. The right middle, it seems. Yeah, he'd have to swerve that with right-hand side, which is far too risky. Is he confident enough? 1-0 behind. Red's in the open to play this red. the right middle pocket. Bound to leave one if he doesn't make it. There it is. It's far from a sitter. Top shot.
13.
You know, just the very fact that he knew he was leaving plenty. That was excellent.
Judd Trump 13.
Well, a tale of two middle pockets. Got the first one, but not that one. So Trump has had a few chances today, but highest break still at 13. We've just seen.
One. Seven. Eight. $40.
Obviously, the protracted safety players just knock reds into safe position, so this is by no means a straightforward chance.
Mark Davis 14.
Yeah, it's going to take some winning, I think, this frame. Never seemed that happy having to get the rest out for that one.
Yeah. Thank you. One.
Yeah, so what sort of angle does he, excuse me, have? Is he straight enough to be able to somehow get the cue ball the right side of pink and black? Yeah. Oh, that's a terrific shot. That is pinpoint with a cue ball. We know the
Three.
black's not on. There you go, because both had a chance of playing it earlier, but played on pink, so still lots to do.
Four.
So back to the Balkan with the cue ball. Oliver Lyons, meantime, 2-0 over Sonia Carney on table
Mark
4.
Davis 4.
He's a very good friend of Judd Trump's, but obviously trying to make his own way in the game. Son of Peter, former professional. Angled. I think this has been one of those frames, because the quality of the safety early on was so high, the balls have gone into awkward positions. So when the chance comes to try and make a break, it's just harder than it would be were they in open play. But that has opened things up.
Yeah, the only thing that surprised me is that Mark didn't come down and have a look at not the plant, but the two reds that were going to go to, the sort of plant towards this left corner. He would have seen that the red would probably catch the jaws, which it did, and he's left one. Good shot. Can't find that wee bit of luck that you sometimes need position-wise. So, dab in behind the yellow.
Judd ramp 1.
And the red nearest the right corner pocket is actually stopping the twice across to lay on the red on the cushion. So that's good news for Judd. Yeah, this is deep trouble. Looking for twice across the difficult way, so to speak. Get to that red, but A, difficult to hit, and B, difficult to not leave one. Good hit, but he has left something.
One.
Well, he's already missed a pink, not dissimilar to this pocket. But if he can pot this one, it looks like a much better chance. In it goes. So Judd Trump has really had to be patient in this frame. It's been going for 31 minutes.
7.
Yeah, and just looking for 2 blacks and a pink off the 3 open reds, leaving 36 in front. Judd
8.
know that. He'll have made his calculations.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about the centuries for understandable reasons, and we like to see them, but one of the main reasons he is where he is
15.
is actually his ability to win frames like this. Certainly when he turned pro, he wasn't winning them and wasn't interested in them, but
16.
as you get older, you understand that it's all part of it, that discipline.
ball was come to a stop and then moved again after. I don't know if there's something wrong with the table.
Yeah. It must be the cloth or the table.
There as well, yeah. And then it just rocked after.
It must be the. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I can have it checked if you want after the frame. Yeah? Thank you.
Well, he was saying the white moved after it stopped, and he was wondering, you know, is there an issue with the table? And the referee said, I can have it checked afterwards, but obviously at this moment, nothing he could do.
Yes, if
23.
it's fractionally loose, the cloth, which it could be, then obviously you put weight on your fingers going forward and it create a tiny mini wave towards the cue ball. That would be why it moved, but he certainly didn't touch it. Anyway, pink or black to leave Martin needing a snooker.
24.
Did say just very quietly to Olivier that it happened in the bulk area as well, so we'll have a look at that. Olivier has ever handled it perfectly, then we'll have a look after the frame if that's okay, Judd. Yeah, all good.
So much of that is
So-
actually just the manner in which the referee speaks to the player, isn't it? And he's, as you say, just very polite about it, and yeah, it was accepted. Now then, well, the red could still be in. No, so one snooker needed.
Judd Trump 30.
Well, we can, I think, look at what happened here. Just watch the cue ball. Yeah, it moves. So either the cloth is a bit loose or Uri Geller's here.
Yes, and it did move away from the bridge hand, didn't it? So perhaps there was a... Judd inadvertently caused it to move, but of course he didn't touch it, so no problem there. Can't play the swerve, but should be straightforward off the bulk cushion. Well, he can play the swerve, but it's quite tricky. These colours they're actually in a really good position for a potential snooker.
Cheers.
Yeah, I feel that's a missed opportunity, and Trump can pot the red, then surely it's going to be one each. It's been 35.5-minute frame. And we saw the other side of Judd Trump in it. The player who's prepared to graft
1.
and dog it out in the tactical exchanges. Highest break only 30, but it's helped him to get on the scoreboard. Listen, we were here
6.
till 7 minutes past 1 last night, so we don't mind how long it lasts, as long as it's good stuff.
8. 11. 15. 20. 20.
So Judd Trump
And the frame.
has prevailed in a lengthy frame, and this last 32 encounter at the British Open is all square. at 1 apiece. Remember, it's first to 4 for a place in the last 16. It's 1-1, Judd Trump and Mark Davis. So we understand one of the table fitters is going to come and have a look at the table because there was that strange incident in the last frame where the cue ball just seemed to move on its own accord. If you watch the white here, Judd Trump's about to play the shot and the cue ball is sort of moving away from him. So Olivia Martil just asked for someone just to come and have a look. I'm not sure what they can do at this stage, but it might put the player's mind at rest maybe if they know that it's being looked at. Mark Davis certainly gave everything to that frame, but Trump just got enough openings in the end to win it. Of course, there's 4 matches here. Graham Dott has levelled up with John Higgins on table 2. That's live on ITVX. Ricky Walden is 2-1 up on Tepchara Nu. He's won a couple of close frames there, Ricky. And Oliver Lyne's 2-0 up on Sonny Akani, another Thailand snooker player. Now, here we go. So,
And then it happened also on the other side, but I don't know exactly where.
referee just explaining what's happened.
There's not much what I can do.
Yeah, I know, but
Unless there is something wrong.
if you check and you say there's nothing I can do right now, it's been checked and it should be fine.
This is it again.
It was about here. It was the cue ball stopped. It was on the red or on the black. It must have been in this region. I don't feel anything.
Trump's saying it's happened in another part of the table, pointing to where it was.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those, excuse me, things they're going to have to wait until the end of the match. It's no big problem, but...
Yeah, the ball moves after it stopped. It moves. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's all good with it. He understands, but it's maybe just fractionally loose.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, mate.
All good. All good to go. Something they'll
Try the
look
grain of
at
the
later.
cloth. He presumes there's nothing he can do else. He doesn't feel anything on the slate or anything, so for him it's fine. Okay? Thank you.
Well, Olivia Martil's handled that very well.
Thank you. The third frame. Judd
The
Trump.
referee, he's got the table fitter down. We all saw he felt the table and went through these sort of paces. He explained he didn't feel personally there was anything wrong. The referee's communicated that and the match continues. Well handled. Because the other way of doing it would just be to say, let's get on with the match, you know, and basically don't complain. But it was well handled, that, I think. Yeah, he's a great ref, and of course, when he's not refereeing, he works in the Belgian Health Service. You know, he's seen a lot worse than this, a cue ball moving in his time.
Okay, can get through to the red, it seems, and probably only red he's leaving will be the one he's playing. Just on that incident, it was good of Judd actually, having noticed it earlier in bulk, the cloth sort of rising up. Think, oh, well, it'll be fine. It's just a strange. But then when it happens down this end, and of course the cue ball moved, he flags it up straight away and said, "Look, the cue ball's moved, but I haven't touched it." Yeah, it's good of him to flag it up, get dealt with later.
It's touching ball.
The only problem you can, or you could foresee when the table fitters eventually have a look at it, of course, if it is loose, they have to physically stretch the cloth, which means the spot's going to move. Painted spot is going to move. You'd have to put a new spot on. But I'm sure they have the tools to sort of blank out the existing one at the moment. Anyway, be all fine.
One.
Okay, big shot this. I always think with this shot, the typical miss would be the right jaw as we see it. Let's see. Oh, perfect. And this is what Judd Trump has been doing down the years. He's so resilient,
Eight.
you know, long periods of safety play. It happens a lot in, well, lots of matches these days, but he's able to
9.
jump back into rhythm quickly.
$40.
Yeah, the bottom line is he's just become very difficult to beat. I mean, even last week, he didn't seem to think much of the sort of setup in
15.
Brentwood, the playing conditions. He still got to the quarterfinals, you know, and only lost 5-3 there to Wu Yizet. I think he's finding this venue much more to his liking.
90.
He's on 29 ranking titles, so only 2 behind the man on the next table, John Higgins, on 31. Of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan out in front, 41. Stephen Hendry, 36.
20.
Yeah, just overran it. I think he was conscious of getting the cue ball past
25.
the line of the green so that he wouldn't be stretching over it in some way. Because as we know, he's a tall lad. He might need the mini butt, but he can certainly reach this. But it's a bit of a cutback. It's an awkward one. It's not a shot you play very often, this.
Yeah, the head came down because he just caught the blue.
Green ball. 29. Judd Trump, 29.
Yeah, Judd. In a rueful look there, leaving the gap. Yeah, just hit across one. No damage though, apart from maybe a double, but Judd's not entertaining it. Mark deciding it will cut. Yeah, well done.
1.
Yeah, I guess he was a little fortunate to cover it initially.
Six. Seven.
Yeah, that was nicely played. It used to be easier, that shot, 20, 30 years ago when we had a stronger nap on the bedcloth. You knew exactly which way the cue ball would turn. So, there, if you can somehow get in amongst them.
$13.
Ricky Walden 3-1 up against Tepcharan. Quite an open match, I think, there on table 3.
Oh, that's robbery. He played that lovely, didn't he?
20.
Hit the desired red exactly where he wanted to. And just didn't have any good fortune.
Mark Davis, 20.
Well, I looked in, struck it well, and of course because he's got so close, the red stayed near the pocket.
One.
It's become one of these frames where all the things you want to happen don't. So it's hard work, it's about patience.
Mark Davis, 1.
So 8 points in it. Nice break in this match, just 34 from Mark Davis. Trump's best at 30. Did mention Davis's great record in the World Six Reds Championship. 6 Reds on now. This may be where he comes to life.
Yeah, the way these Reds are, it's going to be about who can strike the first blow. This is a decent chance Judd will see this. You ball up behind the green. Chance to be on brown should the red disappear. Much too thin. There's pressure on it. These kind of shot to nothing. Judd had, and this as well, pressure on it, because you know if you knock it in, you're in the box seat. Well done. Oh, and the absolute dream outcome. That is the dream, because he's not going to need the yellow with high value colours.
6. $12. 13. $90. 20.
Did well to back off there. Changed his mind slightly, so... Yeah, sometimes it's not easy to do that. Back off, you think, I'll be fine, I'll just play it. So,
26.
foresee any problems in securing the frame, or virtually securing it?
27.
Yeah, it's been an interesting match, I think. Judd Trump, you know, we've seen before now, dominating opponents, but he's been unable to get in and get into a flow. As I say, highest break 30. Well, he's shaking his head here. He's just slightly lost the cue ball.
33.
But he's okay. Getting the rest out.
$34.
So the pink to lead by 32 with 27 on. Two snookers required.
40. Thank you. Mark Davis, 40.
40, that's the highest break of the match.
Yeah, just about held, so... Green, brown. 1
5.
to tie. On blue, or 1 to win with just pink and black.
9.
Oh, this is perfect. This is nice to just drop in behind the black. This is a natural. Blue just above the middle pocket. Yeah, he's got it.
9.
But with the blue so close to the cushion, even if Mark had to go a couple of cushions, 2 or 3 round the corner in bulk there, you'd expect him to hit this. Such a big target. Almost play to miss it on the left, obviously, as we see it. And it's about 8 inches wide, the target, in actual fact. Not quite as much as that, but certainly 6 or 7. Should hit it. But he overplayed it. Wow.
Foul.
So,
Trump, 6.
Yeah, well, still, he's at the pink, which means Trump can now win the frame. If it was a 5-point foul, he can only tie it. But there's now 17 in, as you see. So that has gone About as bad as it could, really, for Mark Davis. Trump electing to put Davis back in from here.
Clever, trying to move the black. That's fabulous. That's a brilliant shot. Played it with the freedom, knowing that the blue was going to be near the side cushion, so could inject some pace into the cue ball. Disturb the black. No, what a turnaround this could be. House's cue ball. It's not brilliant.
5.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
So Trump 5.
Sometimes these shots are even more difficult. The fact that it's just a case of just pot it. You're not thinking about the cue ball, just the pot. To redeem what's just happened. Nope. Needs this pink to run. Yeah, not bad. All in all, that's a great result for Mark.
Yes, I mean, it could have finished anywhere, couldn't it? But it certainly is a challenge. I mean, even if he wins the frame now, he won't be necessarily feeling that great, but certainly if he lost it, it'd be a real challenge to pick himself up.
Oh, what has he done? He's sold the game. It cuts.
Oh, halted
6
mouth,
under
that
frame.
black going near the corner.
Mark Davis.
So it's a bit of a scramble over the line in the end. No wild celebrations from Mark Davis. He's just relieved to get into a 2-1 lead. Thursday in Cheltenham, the Unibet British Open continues, and Mark Davis, well, as I say, a scramble
Thank you, Mark.
over the line. Judd Trump got the snooker on the blue. Eventually left that.
Thank you.
cut
Take
on
your
the
seats, please.
Pink to middle. The black was going near
Frame
the corner,
4,
but it
Mark
didn't
Davis
go
to
in.
break.
So it is 2-1 to 52-year-old Mark Davis, professional since 1991. Sure, Trump, he's looking to get in early in a frame and start potting, as I say, his highest break. Just 30, it's been awkward, there's been safety, balls have gone into difficult positions. Red coming back towards ball. Well, I guess you could say got away with that, really. Trump's pot success is down at 78%, so the numbers on his side have got to start improving soon. Remember, the last time they played, it was Davis who was successful. It was in a qualifier for the German Masters. 5-4. 7-2 to Trump overall on the head-to-head between them. Just in terms of the other matches, it's still 1-1, John Higgins and Graham Dott. Ricky Walden 3-2 up on Tepchara Nu. Oliver Irons 2-1 up on Sonny Akani.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, just to clarify the scores we've just read out, you can see coming across your screen the Higgins match live on ITVX. And some very interesting matches to come, of course, on this table. The world champion Karen Wilson against Marco Fu. Mark Allen against young Ben Mertens from Belgium. Another Belgian there, of course, Luca Brissell against another new pro, Liam Davis. Chris Wakelin, of course, semi-finalist last week. The English Open takes on David Grace, and that will conclude the last 32.
Yeah, trouble is sometimes in a match like this, with the quality of safety that's been on show, any half chance that comes along, it feels bigger or more important than normal. Creates that extra bit of pressure. Feel like, oh, you know, it's been 10, 15 minutes since I've had a look at anything. So when you do get one, you're even more keen to take it. That is another delightful safety shot.
John Higgins has gone 2-1 up against Graham Dott on table 2. And it looks like Tepchara Nu, in sort of typically eye-catching fashion, is going to be 3-3 with Ricky Walden. It was 3-1, but Tepchara has, well, basically torn through the next frame.
One.
So, get the black back on its spot, then this may be the chance he's been looking for really all afternoon to put something substantial together.
Yeah, two
8.
possibly best shots he's played this afternoon. There's been quite a lot, but more in a defensive
9.
mode. And he did say also to me last week, when I spoke to him, he said, you know, there is that odd shot that I play that just flicks him into gear. That might be the one. That black along the cushion, that was a belter.
16.
As Dave said, he
17.
really had this kind of scoring chance so far today. Just decelled on that one, but still okay. Almost lost his cue ball, so he's having a wander around just to key back into stinking. Cannon on the 5 around the pink spot. Bound to be on one. Not bad.
22. $23. $29.
One thing he never does these days is complain about the way a match has gone. There are players on the tour, without mentioning names, they come off after this kind of match and you could ask them,
30.
how did you play? What sort of games? Oh, I didn't enjoy it. It was scrappy. The balls were on cushions. The colours were all tight. All that stuff. Judd never complains about that. Gets on with it and figures out the best way to handle it.
Still just trying to get into
36.
absolutely prime position and give himself the best chance of winning the frame in this visit.
37.
And of course, we've been talking all week about the 1,000 centuries. He needs one more to reach that milestone. Man on the next table, John Higgins, did it last week. In fact, a week ago, it was last Thursday night in Brentwood. Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, the first back in 2019.
$42. $43.
He was always a bit of a one-off as a junior. It was apparent he was so much better than everyone else. When he turned pro, a lot was expected of him.
49.
Of course, he came up against very experienced players who kept him tied up. He had to find a way through that. It didn't take too long. And now here he is, world number 1.
$50. Judd Trump, 50.
The wait continues and the frame far from over. Trump 50 in front, but the balls are nicely placed if Davis were to get in what is a big frame in this match. It's only best of 7.
One.
Well, I don't think Davis will be getting in now. Terrific plant he's pulled out, and then a couple of little kisses worked out. Would have been unlucky not to be on some sort of colour. So chance number 2, it's not going to be a century, but looking like 2-2.
7. 8.
Well, he's still on the pink, but it's become trickier than it might have been. This needs pink and red, though.
$14. 16.
Well, just to make sure 2 reds have gone in.
$23. 24.
We've had a lot of close matches. Last
31.
night in the final session, they were all basically 4-3, including Stephen Maguire, who beat Stuart Bingham, and he's waiting tonight for the winner of this match in the last 16.
32.
Of course, Mark Selby won 4-3 on the black. Rory Thor, that great win over Neil Robertson.
$37. 38. 45.
Pinpoint.
47. 50. 54.
So Judd Trump
54.
enjoyed that frame. It wasn't a century, but he made 2 half centuries, 50 and 54. And he's levelled up with Mark Davis at 2-2. Match is level again, 2-2, Judd Trump and Mark Davis. And in that frame,
Thank
Trump
you.
did break free and played
Frame 5.
his
Judd
more
Trump.
natural game of potting and trying to score, trying to kill the frame off in one visit. It wasn't one visit, but 2 half centuries have levelled up. Tepchara knew he's very close to getting over the line. It looks like he's got the job done against Ricky Walden on table 3. He was 3-1 down there, Tepchaya. But what a player he is in full flow. He looks absolutely $1 million, but quite erratic. Former shootout champion, but looks like he's going to be in the last 16 to play Mark Selby. Something of a clash of styles coming up tonight. Oliver Lyons 2-1 over Sonny Akani, but Akani needs a snooker with just pink and black left. And it's 2-1 John Higgins over Graham Dott.
Judd looks to be interested in the red. The two together, the top one, it looks a natural. To get on the black, if he can get close to the pot. Oh, that's a cracker.
One.
It's almost an easier shot. I mean, it's a difficult pot, but it almost makes it easier on your mind knowing if you get it, you're going to be on the black. The reward is so huge, or it could be. So, just a sign or two that his best game is
8.
in there somewhere. Hasn't been at his best, not by a stretch, but it's been a difficult match, isn't it? Showing signs of getting the shackles off.
9.
Just to clear up, Tepchara Newman 115 in the last frame against Ricky Walden, so 4-3 he played Mark Selby, as I say, this evening.
$14. $15.
Well, for Judd, that is very poor. It's not an easy shot, you know, you've got to keep time and time again, get above the blue line, but with his power, he normally does it with such ease, so it's going to be brown. Recycle this cue ball. Of course, I'm forgetting the power that he has. It's a straight green deep screw. Too much.
$18. Trump 18.
The next match on table 3 is a very interesting one. Luca Brissell, of course, trying to get some form back, having won the World Championship 18 months ago, not had a good year. And Liam Davis, who's new on tour, is from Tredegar, which is the area that gave us Ray Reardon. It's part of that bit of South Wales that gave us Mark Williams. So it's a very strong part of Wales for snooker, and he's a very dedicated player. Of course, we've already got Stan Moody tonight, an 18-year-old. Ben Mertens, who's 19, playing Mark Allen this afternoon.
Got to get this, Mark. Leaving plenty, you would imagine. Yeah, he's out of, you know, out of nick, out of rhythm. Has he gotten away with it?
There's a definite change, and I think the manner frame 3 ended has not helped him. It was, you know, he looked like he'd thrown that frame away, obviously with Trump getting the snooker, and even though he won it, you could see he was a little unsettled, just sitting in his chair. Since then, he's not potted a ball.
1.
Trump has been potting some good balls, but now it's about trying to keep control, because this is another scoring chance, and he must start to sense he's now on top in this match.
$8. 9. $16. 17.
His attitude, as always,
24.
has been superb this afternoon. He never lets the head drop,
25.
the shoulders drop, anything like that. He always gives it 100%. You know, this has been quite a, you know, all right, it's a short match, but it's been quite a bruising sort of match. Lots of safety battles and a few misses here and there, lack of rhythm. But he never, ever
28.
loses the scent of victory. He's always tuned into the job at hand. But being plagued by that.
Judd Trump, 28.
Not for lack of effort, just a little bit of lack of form. He perhaps took it for granted. You could see he was up after it. Just took it too much for granted.
One.
Oh, what a positional shot. That wasn't a roundabout way, wasn't it? Was unfortunate when he was expecting, with good reason, at a thick contact on the Reds, but saved by the bump of the middle pocket. But still got to find a good pot and position. Well, that'll
7.
do. That'll do nicely.
Yeah, I mean, Trump was definitely on top. There was a 25-minute spell there where Mark Davis hadn't potted one, but that very unexpected miss to left corner may just have turned things again. And now suddenly Davis is getting the little bit of running you need. But you cannot miss those, Mark.
Davis,
He knows
7.
that, of course. Maybe just thinking about what's coming up in the frame and has taken his eye off that, possibly. So 39 the difference. Saw there though, wasn't on a red.
be over the moon to get cover with the green ball. As far as Judd attempting a shot to nothing from here, he doesn't have that. All he has is a regular safety shot. He's got the same problem to cover these reds in the middle of the table. And he hasn't done. So here's a half chance for Mark. You know, and 39 behind, he's got to have to make a play on this. He can't just fudge this frame and do it in bits and pieces. Oh, he's just about come far enough off the cushion where not maybe his type of shot, but can he get deep enough on the cue ball to perhaps make a play on the three reds on the right side? Yes, he is doing. Got to pot this thick. In fact, he played it too well, but
8.
not the worst.
Nine. $60. Mark Davis, 16.
Another unexpected miss. Of course, Trump now needs reds that are on the side cushion as well.
One. Eight. Nine.
Yeah, that's the perfect angle to use stun. Massive target. Expect contact, and if he gets that, good chance to be on one, but too deep in the cue ball. So this frame's still well and truly alive for Mark
40.
Davis. I don't think he can play the double. It's one of those you'd like to, but I don't know whether... Well, perhaps he is doing, as long as he doesn't disturb the other red. Good effort. Oh, good shot.
15.
He may have been 37 behind before that red, but there was plenty of danger, potentially, so... Double checking his numbers, 38 in front, so you got to be careful.
Joe Trump, 15.
Well, had the black gone in, it would have been 3 snookers needed. As it is, it's just 1. We've already seen, of course, Trump nearly won frame 3, having needed 1. So, Trump with the red to go in front in this match for the first time.
One.
Mark Davies did have chances in that frame.
Eight.
There's no coming back from here.
Judd Trump 8 and the frame.
So Judd Trump is 1 away from a meeting with Stephen Maguire in the last 16 of the British Open here this evening. He leads Mark Davies by 3 frames to 2.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Frame 6. Mark Davies to break. It's touching ball.
Sonia Akani from Thailand has pulled back frame 5 against Ollie Line. So Oliver 3-2 up there on table 4.
has been just in the last frame or so. He just began to weaken a fraction, his mark. A couple of weak safety shots by his level.
1.
Again, Judd hasn't for pretty much a second of this match dropped his intensity level. Always remains high, and he keeps every opponent, he keeps them on their toes all the time. It's difficult mentally to play Judd, because he never ever loosens his grip on the concentration side of his game.
8.
I think a couple of times Mark's just played, as I say, a couple of weak shots, and they might cost him dearly. But there's the other. That's the thing again that's been plaguing him
Shot trump 8.
this afternoon anyway. But that's the kind of point I'm making. You know that he's not going to get frustrated at missing shots like that red and come out and say, oh, playing rubbish today, I'm just going to have a go and see what happens. He just gets back into grafting. See, there you go, follows it up with a good safety shot close to the baulk cushion and puts you under more pressure again. More trouble, and this time it's very serious with no reds near cushions. Graham Dott, meanwhile, in table 2 has a black along its own cushion, so to speak. Get to 2-all against John Higgins. Keep you updated on it. Just about to pull the trigger. It's not a certainty, but in it goes. It's 2-all over there.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like that frame might never end because the green was near the yellow pocket, but the brown was right in front of it. They're on the yellow. There's no value pot in the yellow, obviously, in that scenario. But Higgins, the yellow went close to them, and he thought it was a big pocket, so he's tried to pop the yellow off the green and brown, and he didn't. He left it on.
Foul. Mark Davis 4.
Well, but for the end-off, it was always going to the jaws of the corner pocket, so I suppose it's going to be a hindsight thing, but depending on the outcome of this long straight red. We'll see, but this is not the kind of shot that Mark's been knocking in. Oh, this time he finds
One.
a terrific pop, but the cue ball is lost. It's not quite in stroke. Hold the cue ball there, hence losing it. A good 18 inches too far forward. I think it's either going to be long blue or green if he's going to keep the break going. Pink's asking quite a lot in and out of balk. Good effort, but it was a big target, wasn't it? Those two balk colours. So
7.
break ends here and now. Back to balk again.
Yeah, it's been sort of trying, but he's very much in this match, of course. And,
Mark Davis, 7.
you know, I've had so many deciders, you wouldn't be surprised. We got another. Luca Brissell, meantime, has won the first against Liam Davis on table 3.
Yeah, Judd will have noted that Mark's not in stroke, so he was actually prepared there to leave this red. If it disappears, but he knew he was bound to leave it.
Foul.
Yeah, and that's perhaps why again it was
Just ramp 4.
again easy in hindsight after the event, but it was kind of clever from Judd just to test Mark. And now he's gotten a good payoff. This is a decent chance.
Yes, can he just stay in control, put together a nice break
1.
and get the match won? He's had to really be patient in this match, particularly early on. Nearly stole that third frame after getting the snooker. Since then, he has looked the better of the two, though. He scored more heavy, even though his highest break's only 54.
Six.
Top one looks like it goes, doesn't it? All the cue ball for the pink.
7.
Now this is an excellent chance.
Thirty. 14. 20. $21.
Yeah, just stopping his tracks here. He's not absolutely perfect on this pink. Might have to play some sort of cannon, which is risky. You know, happy to leave the one near the black spot. So still not, again, absolutely perfect.
27. $28. $34. $35.
Yeah, so getting close to a winning line now. It hasn't been vintage, but it's been a match full of determination, much as anything else by Judd. David rightly spoke about it. Didn't get, you know,
41.
impatient and play the wrong shot. He stuck to his method and looks like he's going to get there with his best contribution of the match.
42.
I think in snooker in general, you have to accept that things will go wrong because it's a difficult game. That's the bottom line. And, you know, sometimes conditions can affect it. Lots of things can affect it. So it's about how you handle that. And Judd Trump is better than most, isn't he? Let's be honest, at just keeping his mind sharp, focused. Because he has such belief in himself. And when you can play as well as he
48.
can, and when he can raise his game, then you can understand why. You have to make this plant. The ball's quite a way apart, but he's quite close to the first one. It almost sort of feels like match ball in some ways, the 49-point lead.
$49.
Yeah, couldn't get too close to this red, but this actually is match ball because if he
54.
pots it, Mark Davis needs snookers. It's been a tough contest this, but in the second half, Trump has certainly been the better player.
55.
And it looks like we'll be seeing him tonight. Now, we may as well mention it again. He needs one more century for the 1,000. This will not be straightforward. There's a red on the cushion. The yellow's not great, but let's see. This crowd, I'm sure, would love to see it. A little bit of history.
61. 62.
Now, can he avoid the black
68.
and get enough right-hand side on this to try and move the red? Ah, not quite. Pity.
69.
But there are other ways of doing it. That's unfortunate. So,
73.
double to middle. A double, but you get my meaning. Went for corner. No joy, but that will keep.
73.
Yeah, because he's here tonight.
Judd Trump.
Fine finish, 73. It was a tough battle. Mark Davis made it so in the early stages, but Judd Trump proving once again how hard he is to beat. He's into the last 16 of the British Open, a winner by 4 frames to 2.